So weird. I don't know if we're on or not.
We
Morning,
are
welcome.
on.
Going on Daily Live. I'm your host, Mike Palmer, and this is our favorite Canadian here with me today, Becky Turner.
Hi.
Wait, my notes are off center. So many problems this morning. Watch us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Facebook, RI Broadcasting. And if you can, please also support us on Patreon. It just flashed. I don't know what that means. Follow us on RI Broadcasting.
This is Mike's first day with the new system.
With
So
the
he
new
just,
format, does it always flicker?
yeah, every time he changes a graphic, it disappears. It's
It's a little
interesting.
disconcerting.
Yeah,
I think we keep going off. So,
we
how
do.
things in Canada, Becky? How is it going up there? Nice and cold.
No, it's not cold yet. It's very smoky, though. This whole summer has been so smoky. So
You
many
guys are
forest
still having
fires.
fires?
Oh, it's nonstop.
What?
It's nonstop.
Oh, nonstop fires. Well, I got
Yeah,
to turn up my volume. I can't hear you.
it's your hearing aids. Turn them up.
Just turn them up. Turn them up. All right, guess we'll just jump right into it. There's an anesthesiologist with a chloroform fetish in New York State.
Uh,
An anesthesiologist in New York State pleaded guilty to drugging and sexually abusing his family's nanny. She was asleep in his home, authorities said. Paul Giacopelli, 60, pleaded guilty Wednesday before Putnam County Judge Anthony Mole after being indicted by a grand jury in March. Giacopelli, it's a hard name to say, attorney Steve Gateman said the client assumed responsibility for his crimes and now is focused on tending to his family. Hope not the same way he tended to the nanny.
yeah, right. I don't think I'd want him tending to me. Thank you very much.
Yes. According to court papers, the victim was employed taking care of the children at his home in the Putnam County town of Southeast and sometimes worked overnight shifts when Giacopelli was on call for the local hospital. She told investigators that on 4 occasions in late 2023, she fell asleep, woke up to a rag being held over her face, smelled chemicals, and then
Oh,
blacked out.
wow.
Four occasions. One was not sufficient enough to quit, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
The woman set up a hidden camera to record her assailant on December 29, 2023, after sensing a rag over her face and blacking out. She awoke and viewed the contents of the camera. The video clips recorded by the camera show Giacopelli assaulting the victim, prosecutors said. The woman brought the video clips to the law enforcement officials, and Giacopelli was taken in for questioning by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office.
Wow.
Keith Simone, an investigator for the sheriff's office, told the grand jury that Giacopelli confessed to filling a rag with chloroform, an anesthetic agent, and covering the woman's mouth and nose to render her unconscious. He confesses to sexually assaulting the woman after she blacked out and said he had a chloroform fetish.
Wow.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a weird thing to get excited about, but
Well, everybody's
I
got
guess
something, Becky.
I just assumed it was the act after chloroforming the nanny. Did
No,
he?
I think it's the chloroforming of the nanny.
It's just the power that he wields by doing it, I guess.
Yes. Giapelli told investigators that the victim was an easy target because she was a heavy sleeper.
Anyone's a heavy sleeper when they're drugged.
Drug, right. Simone said Giacopelli
Wow.
admitted bringing drugs home from the hospital. Fentanyl and other drugs were found in the home, Simone testified. The State Board of Professional Medical Conduct barred Giacopelli from practicing medicine following his arrest.
Oh my
Obviously.
gosh, I would hope so.
Yes, he will be sentenced on November 20th and expected to receive 4 years in state prison.
Wow. Well, at least they're doing something about it.
4 years really does not seem long enough.
Um, yeah, it sounds like he got tried in Canada. So he
Oh,
murdered
Canada,
somebody, 8 months. Perfect.
laws are easier in Canada?
Oh yeah. Well,
Penalties
number
are.
one, we don't have the death penalty.
Oh, that's going to come up later. You guys don't have
I
the death
know.
penalty?
No, I don't even know the last time we did have the death penalty.
Oh,
And if you commit murder, like I remember being, I don't know, 20, 21, and there was a guy on a Greyhound bus,
yes.
and he pulled out a sword and he chopped the head off of somebody.
Oh,
And they had left from my city and they were going across Canada. Anyway, he grabbed the head of this kid that he chopped the head off and he started eating it.
oh.
And he was in jail for like 8 years. He's
Only
out
8
now.
years.
He's out with the regular population now.
They gave him a sword bag probably too.
Yeah, exactly. Trudeau
Here you
himself
go,
said,
sir.
"Here you go."
There's your sword. Thank you for being a Canadian.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, kind of as well. I'm just changing over some stuff here, so don't mind.
What the heck?
Here we go.
You guys are
Can you
weird.
still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, good.
You look fine, Becky. Everything's going well.
Everything's well, yes, in
Yeah.
Canada.
Except you're not allowed to have pronouns now, apparently.
Yeah,
Jumping into the
so
next story. We're just going to buzz right through all this
yeah,
stuff.
we're just gonna buzz into it and then get to 7:30 or 9:30, I guess,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then we
be
just
like,
chit chat for 30 minutes to see how things are going.
yeah, that sounds great to me. Okay, so the premier of Alberta, her name is Danielle Smith. She has introduced
Wait.
legislation.
She's a premier? Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't mean to
premier.
interrupt.
So
Is
it's
that,
like your governor.
that's
Our
like the
premier is
governor?
your governor.
Oh, premier sounds so much better.
Premier, yeah,
I'm the premier of Florida.
exactly.
That's nice.
She has just brought in legislation that kids under 16 will need parental consent before changing their names or pronouns in school. This is to be in effect by October of some point.
What's the age again? 16?
16, under 16.
What's that in American ages?
Well, it's like dog years, so times it by 7. 16.
Okay, 15. Still 15.
This legislation also bans transgender from participating in girls' sports, and it also requires parental consent or notification on sex education. So, whatever, this is not a political show. I'm not allowed to share my beliefs.
Well, yeah, you can have
However,
your personal beliefs. There's just American politics we don't do.
we don't have Canadian listeners. It's fine. Um,
Well, then we get
I,
censored you set up there, so nobody sees it.
well, yeah, right. Um, I won't get into it. However, there's a lot of backlash from people here.
So
Different
just to follow, so if you're under 16, she has put legislation out that you can't change your name or your pronoun
in school.
in school.
Yeah,
Oh,
without parental consent. And I don't like it's
okay.
not really a big deal. Like
Yeah, that's not really that big a deal, I don't
I
think.
think what happens is a lot of the time people or children are a different person at home than they are at school. Whether they
Sure,
feel more
sure.
comfortable at school, I don't know, if their parents are strict,
Right.
whatever. The fact is, I think the parent needs to be involved in some of these things. So I don't know. We were out last night, girlfriends and I, and a girl walked in. She must have been fresh 18, maybe. And
Right.
she had like ears on, like Lord of the Rings, like elf ears.
Oh, there's pointy ears on the side?
Yeah. And it was like serious. It wasn't as a joke. And name of the show is He Said, She Said, yes.
Can you see Ryan
And
down there in the little video? It's very distracting.
Ron on the video, you can close it. There's a little arrow. You can close it.
Oh, is there? I can
Um,
go from?
yeah. But anyway, like my girlfriends and I were like, we were saying like, how do her parents know she goes out wearing ears? Like if my kid ever tried that,
How old was
but I
she?
bet you,
How old was she again?
I don't know, 18,
18?
maybe 19.
Well, I mean, she doesn't need her parents' consent at that age to.
No, you don't, but you do have parental influence, I would say.
She's 18, 19 years old. Maybe she likes Lord of the Rings.
I guess so. I just think like parents need to be more involved. I think parents are pretty checked out these days, and
Yeah, I
so
believe they have to. Right.
yeah, yeah. So I think that's why our premier has put that into play, and that's the premier of my province. Um, I think that's why she put it into play because people are not, they have no idea what goes on in their kids' lives.
No, and the kids aren't home. They don't. And even when they're home, sometimes they don't care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I like to think that I'm fairly in tune with what my kids have going on, but I don't know, maybe not.
They might pull out elf ears out of their purse as soon as they get to school and just stamp them on. You would have no idea.
My younger one went through an anime phase, and I was like, no, ma'am. Mm-mm,
Mm.
I'm not doing that. So luckily she's growing out of it a little bit.
Maybe the girl with the ears just wants attention. Just wants somebody to look at her.
Yeah.
Was
I,
she
I
was she an attractive young lady?
no.
No, well, maybe that's what she thinks people like. No, point.
Maybe.
Maybe she likes Spock. Maybe they were Vulcaneers.
That's what I said. I'm like, live
Oh,
long and prosper.
nanu, nanu, nanu.
But yeah, anyway, so there was some backlash, like I said, for our premiere. Advocacy groups around, well, our area have said that if Alberta moves ahead with it, they will bring legal action against it.
So how
Which
does that work? So she puts up legislation. You guys vote, or does she just
mm,
put
I
the
think like it
on?
goes
Puts it before
to the House of Commons, which is like our political center,
right?
and then they'll vote on it. Although it's an Alberta thing, not a federal thing, so I actually have no idea. She's brought it forth, and then people in the political sphere will vote on it, I suppose.
But the peoples don't get to vote.
Oh no,
No, you just voice your support or outrage for the
exactly. This premiere has a lot of backlash because she is a conservative, and the rural people like her. It's the big cities that don't like her.
right,
They think that she needs to focus more on, things like healthcare, which I agree she does. I guess a research chair, this is a long title. So, Canadian Research Chair for the Public Understanding of Sexual and Gender Minority Youth at MacEwan University in Edmonton, which is actually where I went,
right.
um, says that her obsession with the transgender community is beyond weird. And he
Oh,
says that she ignores our crumbling healthcare system to obsess over what parts people have in their pants, and it's deeply disturbing. The trans panic she's manufacturing is hateful, hurtful, and needs to stop.
oh, she's
I think that I don't know. I just think that seems aggressive. It's not. She's not telling people. It's the same. You're from Florida. You understand. I'm sure when
sure.
Ron DeSantis did something similar, right? And people freaked out.
Yeah,
And they're like,
the don't ask, don't tell, or whatever the hell it's called down here. Yeah, like, don't say
yes.
you're gay or something like that.
Yeah, and people were freaking out, being like, "He's a homophobe. He hates whatever. He's a
Yeah, he hates
transphobe."
Disney and he
But
hates.
it's like all he's doing, and same with her. Like all she's doing is making it so like parents are involved.
Right, forcing the parents to do something.
Yes, yeah, because like your kid could have a totally second life at school,
Certainly, yeah. Right,
and it's not saying that all people of all age can't do this. Like it's literally saying children under 16 years old.
right. You have to wait until they're 15, 16 years old. That's not too long. I mean,
I don't know.
hmm.
And Alberta's not the first province to do this. Saskatchewan and New Brunswick have both put similar laws into place.
Oh, you guys don't like transgenders in all your little places there.
I don't think it's that they don't like them.
They like
I
them.
think it's that they want parents to be involved in
And
their
you
kids'
call it
lives and know what's going on.
there's kind of a kind of a gayish title for them. So why don't you guys like those people?
I have no idea.
Our governor outlawed balloons 2 weeks ago.
That's fair.
You can't let balloons go. Let them float away.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I was actually watching a video about it the other day from
Yeah,
a
it's
cow
dangerous and
farmer.
everything. But does he really need to outlaw balloons? Is that enforceable?
Unless, well, no, probably not enforceable. And like, what are you gonna do? Like, catch my balloon and tie that to me? Like,
Right, yeah. How you gonna say I let
criminally?
that balloon go? Unless it says "Happy Birthday, Becky" on it or something.
Yes, Becky Turner. This is
Happy
my
birthday,
address.
Becky
Yeah,
Turner.
let's the
Oh,
balloon go.
let's find her and arrest her.
Yeah, that's right. And it has my fingerprints on the string. Yeah, but I was watching a video the other day of a cow farmer, and he was saying, please stop letting balloons go because they will eventually pop and come down, and the cows love to eat on them. And then,
Oh, do they really?
yeah, like the shiny ones, like the helium,
Oh, the
whatever they are.
aluminum mylar, the mylar balloon.
Yes, mylar. Yeah, the cows love it.
Oh, I
The
did.
look of it. They want to eat it, and then it locks them up, if not kills them.
Oh, it's terrible. They
So
like the cows.
really love the cows. So
How
I
about the
mean,
elk behind you? Does he like the mylar balloon?
but I think that's a
The other way.
caribou. I don't know.
That's a caribou.
Maybe cow. I don't know.
It's like an elk.
I typed in Canada and that's what came up. So
I tried a background again. It doesn't work good with my head. I think my
is
hair's
this
too light. It makes me look
look
bald.
if you color your hair green, then you can make that your hair any color you want it.
It'll make my beard look funny. Winter's coming. My Santa season is coming.
Were you blonde at one point?
Yes.
You were blonde, okay.
I was blonde. Very, very blonde. Except the beard was red through here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, now you're staring at me. Stop looking.
Yeah, I am. I'm like trying to picture it. I'm gonna need to see some young photos for proof.
All right, that can be arranged. South Carolina sets date for first execution in more than 13 years.
Crazy.
We like our capital punishment here in America.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not a photo. It says this updated photo. South Carolina has set a September 20th date to put inmate Freddie Eugene Owens. He keeps getting up and leaving when I talk.
But I'm here. I just have to change my headphones. There we go.
Put inmate Freddie Eugene Owens to death in what would be the state's first execution in more than 13 years.
Wow.
South Carolina was once one of the busiest states for executions. They like them there. But for years had trouble obtaining lethal injection drugs. Apparently they're hard to get. Due to pharmaceutical companies' concerns that they would have to disclose that they had sold the drugs to officials. I think it's a secret. The state legislator, or the premier, has since passed a law allowing officials to keep lethal injection drug suppliers a secret. And in July, the state Supreme Court cleared the way to restart the executions.
Wow.
Ron's distracted again. Owens, who killed a store clerk in Greenville in 1997, will likely have the choice to die. Oh, you have choices in South Carolina:
Oh, okay.
lethal injection, electrocution, or the newly added option of a firing squad.
What? It sounds like they're regressing. I feel like lethal injection is sort of a more modern way. You like put it in, it probably burns for a bit, and then you fall asleep.
They'll hang people soon. A Utah inmate in
Guillotine.
2010 was the last person to have been executed by a firing squad in the U.S., so we have not done it in 13.
Firing squad is wild.
Right, that's the way I'd want to go.
That is no.
Yeah, it's faster.
Oh no.
Faster.
Mm-mm.
Everybody has blanks except one guy, and they don't tell which guy has the blank, so that way there's no guilt.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right, that way nobody knows who did it.
But like, yeah, I'm trying to fathom it being your job to be the firing squad guy.
The what?
Your job is to be the firing squad guy?
Well, it's not like that's his only job. It's probably a group of guards at the prison or something.
But then you have to kill someone. Then the blood's on your
Yeah,
hands.
but you don't know you're killing them because maybe you have the blank.
But you could be the person, and you've agreed to this.
But maybe you could be not.
This is wild.
The prison director has 5 days to confirm that all 3 execution methods will be available. So you have to make these options. He must also give Owens' lawyers proof that the lethal injection drug is stable and correctly mixed. I'm not sure how they do that.
Someone test it out. They don't live to
We
tell.
killed George earlier. It seems to be working fine.
It works, yeah.
It works fine. George is dead. The state will send him to the electric chair, but I skipped something. I skipped the whole one. Lawyers proof lethal injection drug is stable. Okay, there we go. And correctly mixed, according to the High Court's 2023 interpretation of the state's secrecy law and execution that helped reopen the door to South Carolina's death chamber. Owens, 46, will then have about a week to let the state know how he wishes to be killed. He gets a week to decide. If he makes no choice, the state will send him to the electric chair by default.
Even the electric chair is something.
Well,
It's
one seems
archaic.
less painful than the other 2.
It is or it isn't?
It is less painless. Electrocution's got to hurt. That's got to hurt no matter what happens.
Yeah.
It's not instant. And
But if they get the lethal injection dose wrong, it hurts, and it's like.
It's got to hurt anyway. I don't think you just go to sleep.
Yeah, why don't they just give them
or something?
Why don't they get Dr. Chloroform over there
Dr. Chloroform
to just come put a rag over their face?
Anyway, so
Oh my gosh! See,
a lawyer for Owens said the defense is waiting for prison officials to submit a sworn statement next week about the purity, potency, and quality of the lethal injection under the terms of South Carolina's new SHIELD law, and we'll see it satisfies both state and federal courts.
Mm-hmm.
The justice didn't seem. The justice didn't specify how much information has to be released, but they have promised a swift ruling if the inmate challenged the details in the disclosure. South Carolina used to use a mix of three drugs, but now only use just the one drug. The sedative pentobarbital for lethal
Mm-hmm.
injections in a protocol similar to executions carried out by the federal government. Owens can ask Republican Governor Henry McMaster for mercy and to reduce his sentence to life without parole. No South Carolina governor has ever granted clemency in the modern era of the death penalty.
Wow.
There's a bunch of them. Let's see. The recent state Supreme Court ruling reopened the door for executions, found that the state shield law was legal and both the electric chair and firing squad were not cruel punishments. The South Carolina General Assembly authorized the state to create a firing squad in 2021 to give inmates a choice between it and the electric chair the state bought in 1912. Ooh, that's been around a long time. Supporters of the firing squad include some Democrats reluctant about the death penalty, said it appears to be the quickest and most painless way to kill an inmate. See? Now we've lost you. No volume. Can't hear you. What did you do, Becky? Owens killed the store clerk Irene Graves during a string of robberies in 1997. He has been sentenced to death three separate times during his appeals. After being convicted of murder, his initial trial in 1999, but before a jury determined his sentence, Owens killed his cellmate at the Greenville County Jail. Owens gave investigators a detailed account of how he killed his cellmate, stabbing and burning his eyes, choking him, and stomping him while another prisoner was in the cell and stayed quiet in his bunk, according to the trial testimony. Can't hear you at all, Becky. Oh, jeez. All right, going on then. Oh, jeez, now she's gone. Let's see. We have top 10 popular restaurants, but we'll have to wait till Becky comes back. So we've got car with shortest range after low fuel. Just running a show alone here. All right, these cars have the shortest driving range after a low fuel warning light comes on.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Oh, thank God. I was about to do what? Talk.
My elk is gone.
Oh, your elk is gone. That's fine. Now you look like you're doing a proof of life video, and the Taliban has you.
Thanks. I gotta change it then. Go on.
Oh,
I'm
no, it's
listening.
fine. Hey, good. I was about to start the cars with the shortest driving range, but if you want to do top 10 popular restaurants in the scary forest, you go right ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I looked up what the most popular restaurants in the United States were. Was is
Is this your opinion again,
um
or is this something else?
no. I'm staying away from my opinion because I get roasted every time. So
It's fun though. All right, go ahead.
listen, that's the beauty of our opinion is that you're entitled to it, but obviously not. Okay, these are the top 10. There was a list of 50. I only looked at the top 10.
We have a lot of
And
time.
this is based on 20 million people who have voted online since 2017. So it's a
Oh,
pretty
pretty big
conclusive list.
selection there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Before I start, I would love to know who you think might be number one.
of restaurants. Are these fast food or are these just restaurants in general?
These are, let me look. Both chains, just chain
Just
restaurants.
chain restaurants. The top restaurant. Applebee's. I don't personally like Applebee's. We have a terrible one here in town, but Applebee's. Chili's.
No, it's
Two
not.
for one.
Well, it very well could be on the list, but it
Oh,
was not on the
all
top
right.
10.
Well, I could just sit here and yell out names, but let's go with the list.
That's right. Okay, so number 10
Yes.
is Panera Bread.
Oh,
Mhm.
see, I wasn't considering that. Okay, restaurant. All right. I think it's more of a
It's
bakery
a
lunch
restaurant, no?
place. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Um, what is it though? Because I hear people talk about it all the time. I have no idea what it is.
You don't have those?
No.
Oh, it's a bakery, but they also make sandwiches and soups and things. So you can go in there and get a bagel
Oh,
with cream cheese, or you can go in there and they have specialty sandwiches that they offer. They have bread bowls, teas and coffees and stuff.
that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a healthier alternative. Except they say that the soup comes in frozen in a giant bag and they soak it in
Right.
hot water and then thaw it out and then scoop it out. So
I mean, they probably make it at a warehouse and
yeah,
ship it.
yeah, it's not
So
made
it's
on
not
site.
any different than any other restaurant.
Except the place that Rick loves. That's the food
Oh, Chipotle.
all all fresh made there, and they give him extra.
I saw a video this last night, and it said if you go into Chipotle and pretend that you're an influencer, they
I've
will
seen
beef
this.
up.
They
Yeah,
give you extra.
they beef up your portions.
Right. So that's why they like Rick. That's why Rick
So
likes it.
Rick's walking in there and he's like, "Hey guys, this is the shark. You're live." And he's like got his
Right.
phone, and we're like, "Oh, give him
Maybe
more.
you see
Someone
me on
might
Going
know."
On Daily.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I
to
do
go in there
all the
going
time.
to the, if I had a Chipotle, I would be doing it. I'm like, "Do you know who I am?"
Well, I am Becky Turner.
Yeah, I am Becky
Two
Turner.
girls that have the C word.
Had
Had. Sorry, yes, had.
yeah, turns out. Yeah, I'm looking back on the list here to see where Chili's falls. Applebee's was number 23, so that's not bad.
Yeah, they've really gone downhill.
Chili's 25.
Mm.
All right, back to the list here. So Panera Bread. It was the
This is
positive
number.
opinion score of 65%.
Ooh,
Popularity among boomers is
yes.
65%.
Yeah, my
Gen
dad used to
X.
love that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he right down there.
Well, people love soup and sandwiches. I
Well, I
am
think they
old
get
at
free
heart.
coffee too, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had fondness for that. I get it. The Gen X is 60% and millennials at 68% of a positive or a popularity
Oh, you think
score.
you're eating healthy when you go there? It's why.
It's like when you go to Subway, like you're really not. You're eating deli meat and
Right,
bread,
but
like you're not.
this is a nicer version than Subway. You
That
don't
sounds
stand in the
good.
line there, and order. I would like pickles and lettuce. You don't do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You go up and go. I would like a grilled cheese, but it's like four different kinds of cheese and Gouda, and you know,
That sounds pretty
and
awesome.
it.
I wonder if they have them in Vegas because that seems to be the only American place we go these days.
Ah,
My husband's already got plans for like October and March to go back,
oh,
and I'm
go in
like,
April. I'll be there in April. Oh
"Oh,
no,
will
no, I
you?"
forgot. We're going to Louisiana this year. Never mind.
I'm going to Louisiana.
Yeah,
Were you on the episode with me? No, I think it was Rick. How Louisiana was rated the worst state in
yeah. I'm
the
not looking forward to it. It's supposed to
states.
be nasty there.
Hey, well, show some boobs, show some skin, get some
You're
beads.
not allowed to do that anymore.
What?
Nope, you can't flash for the beads. They arrest you.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
appreciate that.
So.
Okay, so back to our list.
Yeah, back to the
Number
list.
9 is the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, see now that's terrible food.
Is it?
Unless you
Well,
want
it.
cheesecake,
Well, I mean, yeah. We don't have a Cheesecake
you don't
Factory
have those
either.
either.
We have something called the Cheesecake Cafe. I assume it's probably the exact same.
No, Cheesecake Factory's kind of hoity-toity, kind of upscale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little expensive and it's kind of fancy looking, but I mean, you can still go in shorts if you want to. It's Florida; you can wear shorts anywhere here, but it's
Mm.
more
Mm-hmm.
more expensive than Panera.
Mm. Interesting.
Okay, at
Well,
least
I love cheesecake, so I would be into it.
yeah, I love cheesecake. Too.
The next one is IHOP.
Oh, seriously? That's terrible.
I mean, if you are looking for a good fight at 4 in the morning,
Right? Yeah, if you've been out drinking and you're coming
IHOP
home,
or
and
Waffle House, that's the place to be.
do you guys have Waffle Houses?
No, we do not.
Oh, they're the best.
No, there's not a lot of places that stay open late. Like we've got Smitty's. Do you guys have Smitty's?
No, we don't have Smitty's.
Denny's? You
We
have
have
Denny's.
Denny's. They're kind of on the decline here, but we have them.
Yeah, they are here too.
Yeah.
Those are
Waffle
kind of
House
like,
never closes in America.
I know. And there's always those fights in the middle. These girls are in there and they're angry. They're in something neon, and somehow their clothes come off and they're naked and they're like whipping off wigs and stuff.
Kind of
I
naked.
love a good Waffle House fight video.
Here in Florida, they use well in the South they use Waffle Houses as an indicator of how bad a hurricane was
Oh, why?
because they never close. If they close a Waffle House, it's
It's a
bad.
bad hurricane.
And then as soon
Jeez.
as the storm's over, they bring in RVs and stuff. Waffle House does, and they get open right away. Even if the building's gone, they cook out of the RVs.
People just really need their breakfast, hey?
Well, it's Waffle House. They've got like their own little army they bring in.
That's hilarious. Well, it didn't make my list, so it's
Oh,
obviously not that popular.
no, the
Maybe
food,
in the South.
the food's okay, but it's greasy food.
The only one I've ever seen was in Tempe, Arizona.
In Vegas.
I've never been to one. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay, the next one on the list is
just
Dunkin'.
and bring you to more restaurants.
I know. I need need to do like a restaurant tour.
Yes, an American restaurant tour. That would be fun.
That would be fun. I'm a foodie. I would be all over that.
All right,
But
sorry.
not any of these
What was number
restaurants.
7?
Dunkin',
That's not a restaurant.
isn't it? Do you get food there?
You can get a donut and maybe a breakfast sandwich. It's not like you're going in there for a hamburger.
Well, it had a 72% popularity score.
Because of the coffee. They like the coffee.
Right, it's like Tim's here, Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
yeah, it's like Tim Hortons. It's like
But Tim Hortons has decent. They just have pizza all of a sudden, like the last
oh,
couple months. I've never tried it. It sounds pretty alright. Number 6, you're gonna be mad about this one. Krispy Kreme.
again, not a restaurant. They have nothing there but donuts.
Well, I was gonna ask you that.
It's only donuts.
I do love a Krispy
Who
Kreme
was it
donut.
that did this survey?
Newsweek, and it's
It's like
over
people
the
that
last
are high or
7
out
years.
drinking all the time. It's all places you go when you're drunk or high.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you were high and you had a Krispy Kreme in front of you, would you eat it?
Oh, of
1000%.
course.
If I was not high, would I
A
eat it?
whole
A
box.
thousand percent.
Yes, a whole box of them. I would eat it.
Yeah, I know. We don't have Krispy Kreme stores here, but you can get them in like a fundraiser if the kids are doing for
Uh,
sports or whatever, the odd time. And
oh,
it's like you're gonna buy that Krispy Kreme box because it's delicious.
they have neon signs in the restaurants that say "hot and now." When they just come out of the oven, they turn that light on.
Oh my gosh. Like
It's,
fresh and warm out of the oven. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
hot. The icing's not even crystallized yet.
Sounds so good. I don't even like donuts, but I'm all over Krispy Kreme.
Right.
Here's another one you will not like. Number 5 is Cinnabon.
These are all bakeries. These are
Well,
the top
that
10
seems to be
bakeries in the
what's in
United
right
States.
now. People
Again,
want
all they have
desserts.
is cinnamons there. There's no food there either.
No, there's really not. You can get a small cinnamon bun, a larger cinnamon bun, and some
Right.
cream cheese icing.
Extra icing.
Maybe a water. Maybe a pop. Sorry, a soda.
Coffee. You get a coffee with that.
Right, maybe they have coffee. Yeah, I we do have Cinnabon. I'm trying to think where. We have Cinzio though. It's like the exact same place.
Canadian coffee.
That's right. All right, number 4. You will appreciate this one maybe. Subway.
All right. At least they have food. Regular food.
They they have food and it has an overall score of 69%. I don't know how
The spokesman for them that got arrested for the kitty porn is about to get out of jail.
Jared.
Jared's about to get out of jail.
Is he really?
Yeah.
See, like that
His
was
son is,
only within the last 10 years. Surely you should go to jail for longer for being a pedo.
oh, wait. We have a long message from Josette Belanchi.
I can't see any of these messages.
I just saw you. Oh, Becky's gone again. I suffer from a serious illness. Oh, we're not reading that. She's terribly upset. All right, I guess we're going back to. I don't know. I guess. Oh, I'm still on. We're going back to the shortest driving range. Low fuel warning. If you're one of those I'll get gas in the morning types of people, pay close attention. MarketWatch Guides recently released a study outlining. Oh, hello. Now you're back.
I don't think I like this platform. Just disappeared, Ron.
Never going to get this car story done, but I've read it halfway through twice now.
Oh, I'm here. All right.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Oh, look.
Not
It's
really.
Captain Ron. The voice came from somewhere.
Is that you, Lord?
Oh, we have
That's
a
right.
lady who wants money. She's very upset about her illness.
Oh, is it a Nigerian prince?
No. It's a lady who has some type of throat problem.
Oh, okay. So it's about from French origins. Oh, it's throat cancer, and I have 500,000 euros in the bank. I want to give a stranger honest and brave to trust for my benefit. Oh, okay.
Oh, she wants to give us
Anyway, she wants to give you 500,000 euros
give you 500,000
when she
euros if you
dies of
marry
throat
her.
cancer. I'm so sorry you're going through this, Josette. You don't need to die with cancer, though. Let me and Mike's wife tell you this.
Right. She should watch.
You don't need to.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
right. That's right. No WhatsApp, my friend. Go to Patreon. Send all your money there. Thank you.
Hmm.
Speedy recovery. Okay.
All right. After
Number
Subway.
after Subway. Number 3 on the list is Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
Wendy's is okay, but they're kind of nasty here in Florida. They're not that clean.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like
Maybe
it because they've got their cheap menu.
Their what menu?
Their cheap menu.
Chief.
Cheap, like
Oh, cheap.
inexpensive. Cheap,
Cheap. Ah,
cheap.
inexpensive. Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
I appreciate that. They have a 73% popularity rating with Gen X. They seem to be the ones that like the most. Like
I like their
everyone's is
fries.
a little
I like
bit
their bigger
lower.
fries.
Their fries?
I like their bigger fries.
See, I don't know if I love their French fries, but their chicken is so good.
Yeah, the chicken's good.
Like their spicy chicken. Mm. Okay, number two is Dairy Queen.
It's an ice cream
It's a
place. I
food.
mean, they have food, but the food's terrible.
Yes, it is. But it's and no surprise here. It says in the baby boomer category, it has a 77%
Yeah,
popularity
baby
rating.
boomers like it. Yeah, it's an older restaurant that's been around forever.
My in-laws are like, "Oh, we're gonna stop at Dairy Queen, get a burger." They do this all the
I don't think
time.
I've
I'm like,
ever had a
okay.
burger from there. I've never had food, just ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. I've had like onion rings and like
Hmm.
poutine.
Wow.
Okay, Baskin Robbins is number one.
That's what.
I know, I know.
Yeah, see, this is all food you eat when you're high. That's all it is.
It says that boomers gave it an 80% rating,
Well, sure, it's
Gen
ice
X
cream. How can you mess up
74.
ice cream?
I know. So of these, we have ice cream, more ice cream, two fast foods, cinnamon buns, donuts, more donuts, breakfast, cheesecake, and sandwiches. So,
Cheesecake Factory is like the only restaurant.
mhm. Yeah,
Where's
really.
Where's
I
Outback
mean, we could go.
Steakhouse?
Yeah, Outback was number 11.
Oh, okay.
Chick
Where
Fil
is
A, Olive Garden, KFC,
Chick-fil-A?
Pizza Hut, Burger King, Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel.
Do you guys have those in Canada?
No, of course
Oh,
not. I only had it when I was in Mississippi.
oh.
Texas Roadhouse is on there. Wasn't
Texas
Rick
Roadhouse.
talking about Texas Roadhouse?
That's
With
a
the huge
steakhouse.
steak and it's cheap?
What?
Rick was talking about this with a huge steak and it's inexpensive.
It's not. Yeah, it's really not that expensive considering what you get,
I'm into that.
and you
Yeah,
get
Arby's,
both.
Sonic, Applebee's.
Sonic's okay, but that's like a
I
drive-in.
love Sonic. My brother lived in Alabama for a while and I went down to visit and oh, I got so fat on that trip. It was so good. Like I was at Sonic, Hardee's, In and Out, Checkers, like
Oh,
mm.
you hit all the majors.
Well, like where else was I gonna eat? He lived in college, like he wasn't gonna
Oh,
feed
yeah,
me
that's
from his
everything within walking
dorm.
distance.
Hmm?
Everything within walking distance.
Yeah, he lived in a tiny little town, but so good, so
You guys have
good.
Taco Bell?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we just had
Eh,
that yesterday.
I don't know how I feel about Taco Bell. I want to love
You're
it
in the
because I
mood
love
for it, and
tacos.
then you're kind of sick to your stomach for a while after you eat it. But
See, everyone always says they get sick after having Taco Bell. It doesn't give me like diarrhea or anything, but I
no,
don't
no,
know. I just
no,
don't
you
know if I
just
love it.
gotta poop after you eat it. You have to
I don't
go.
know. I don't know if I feel that way, but I just don't really love it. I used to, but it just kind of tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, it's a good idea till you get it, and you're like, I've got three things here, and they all have the same ingredients in them. They're just from
That's right.
different
Mushy
wrappers.
ground beef, some sort of cheese sauce, and some lettuce. Perfect.
Right? Yeah, that's really all it is.
I also don't like a flour tortilla,
Oh, I like
so
the flour one. I don't like the corn.
corn is where it's at, my friend.
No, no, I love corn, but not corn tortillas.
I love corn tortilla.
I had flows and clam shack yesterday. Best fried clams.
Oh, well, we don't have the luxury of
Yeah, we're
living
not
in
living
New
in
England
England
or
there,
Rhode Island.
boatman.
I would love that. I would be into that.
When I lived there, you could go down the dock and you buy the bycatch off the fishing boats, the lobsters and crabs that they snagged in the nets by accident.
Wow.
For like $20, you get a box full of crabs and lobsters.
You can't even get one crab here for 20 bucks.
Well, really? Don't you guys have the? Can't you get the Alaskan king crabs? Those are
Um,
expensive.
I mean, I don't live near Alaska, so
Oh well, yeah, but it's on the other side of you.
like it's on
I
this
would have to
side
go
of the
by your
world,
house
yes.
to get there. If I was to drive to Alaska, I'd have to go by your house.
Um, I yeah, I suppose you could just drive
Maybe
right through it.
on that direction.
Yeah, I
But
suppose it's west if
to be
that's what
fair,
you're
from
saying.
Florida, I would drive by everybody's house to get there. So,
Yeah, that's right. You would literally drive everywhere. You could drive up and
except
visit
for on
Ron and
Montauk
Rick
would be the
and
only
come
one
over to me and then up to
right
Alaska.
up and around and yeah.
That's a good plan, actually. You should do that.
All right, moving on. We're gonna try this car story again.
Okay. I haven't heard any parts of the car
No,
story.
you
I'm
haven't heard
excited.
any of it, but the listening audience, this lady with all the money, has heard half of it.
Josette has heard about it. Okay.
All right, are
How does
you one
this
of
go to
those
Frank?
gas in the morning people, Becky?
Oh, like, oh my gosh, I have 1 kilometer to empty, and can I risk it by going to work with it? Yes.
Hmm. All right, Market Watch guys recently released a study outlining the vehicles that offer the shortest drive distance after the fuel light comes on.
Oh,
Don't ignore the warnings if you own one of these vehicles on the list. The Hyundai Kona 2.0 Essential was a vehicle offering the shortest low fuel driving distance at 36.97 miles once the light comes on. So, I mean, it's not
oh,
desperate.
once the light comes on.
When
I
the
thought
light
you meant
comes on.
once it hit zero.
No, no, no. This is when the light comes on.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, mine comes on at about 70, 65 kilometers, so that's probably similar.
Oh, all right. So the Hyundai Kona 2.0 is 36.97 miles. The Honda HRV Sport is 37.8 miles. The Mazda CX-5, which is a little sports car,
Hmm.
is 38.25 miles. Let's jump through this list here. What is it you drive, Becky? Let's see if it's on the list.
A Ford Edge.
A Ford Edge.
It
Not on.
says 70 kilometers is equivalent to 43.5 miles. So
Oh, so
that's
that's
about
43.9?
five, 43.5.
Oh, so the Honda Civic Sport Sedan is the one with the highest, and it has 40.92 miles.
Oh, interesting. So I push it a lot. It will come on pretty often. And then I'm like, I also know that it has like a very good reserve tank. So
Right,
once I hit 0 kilometers left in my tank, one time this happened and I was in Edmonton. Edmonton's about 15 or 20 minutes away from where I live.
right.
And I was on the highway and I was like, oh my gosh, it says I have zero gas in my car. Like, because I've got a
Zero
digital,
miles, 0 miles to empty thing.
well, kilometers, but yes.
Oh yeah.
And it said 0 kilometers to empty. And I made it. I made it back to my town, and I was able to fill up. So I was able to go 20, 25 kilometers, so 10, 15 miles on completely empty.
Yeah, I don't think when it gets to zero, it says how many miles to empty. When it gets to zero, I think you still have gas left.
I think you do. Like my dad works for Ford. He said that there is a reserve tank. However, he said it's very bad for your vehicle.
Oh, is it really? Well, because
Yeah.
yeah, because then you get all the sediment and stuff. It's meant to
Yes,
get here in
that's
the yard.
exactly it. He was
Uh,
appalled when I said I drove on empty.
MarketWatch calculated those numbers by looking at each vehicle's maximum fuel tank capacity. It divided the total by 10 to determine a 10% low fuel marker, and then used each model's fuel economy ratings to calculate a driving range. It's worth noting that the number of factors can impact gas mileage, including the weather, driving style, and road condition. For some reason,
Hmm.
I always turn like the radio off and turn the air off when it gets low. I know it doesn't use
Well,
any.
air, yes. The radio, I don't think. That's maybe
It's like,
more of a battery issue.
like when you get lost, you turn the radio off so that you can find where you're going.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You're like, no noise. I'm thinking,
right. I
right?
have to
I'm in
think.
traffic right now. Traffic's bad. No noise.
On the other end of the spectrum, the Toyota RAV4, which my wife has, offers more than 73 miles of driving range.
Wow.
Oh wow, I have to tell her that. Followed closely by the Ford F-150. Some of the models Market Watch listed aren't sold here, such as the RAV4 Icon four-wheel or front-wheel drive, but the vehicles are close enough to U.S. configuration to give a decent approximation. Most experts recommend against regular driving with a low fuel light on. Doing so can damage the fuel pump, filter, and other engine components. If the tank is almost empty, the fuel pump can pick up debris and sediment off the bottom of the tank, which may clog the fuel filter or overheat the pump.
Hmm. Interesting. I hear that you should never go below half. Is what I
Really,
heard.
man?
I don't know, because like the top half is bigger than the bottom half, so the bottom half goes faster. But I felt like when I was trying to keep it above half, I was always filling up.
Well, yeah, because you're only using half the gas in your car. You think
Like
you'd want to
in,
get some of that gas out because the gas gets old.
I don't know. I
Like
assume it just
if
mixes
the world
together.
stops and they stop making gas and stuff, gas has like a life of like 3 months or something like that. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
ridiculous. So like when the zombies come, get all your driving done at first because after that you won't be able to use the gas or horses.
How do you feel about like electric vehicles? Do you like it or no?
Um, no, I don't think they have the distance that we
Hmm.
yet. I don't think they're quite there
Or
yet.
the power,
I don't care how fast
like
they are.
the
I don't make any difference to me.
I don't know if you're able to pull a trailer with a
Oh, that type of
electric.
power. Yeah, because there is a gas powered truck that can't pull much.
Yeah, I saw one driving down the street the other day, and I was
Not
like,
that
"What the heck
stainless
is
steel
that?"
looking thing. I think Toyota's got one or Mitsubishi or somebody's got one.
This is a brand I'd never heard of. It was like Riodin or something, and I was like,
Oh,
"What is
Ryoden.
that?" And my husband's like, "Yeah, it's an electric vehicle." It was ugly. It was so ugly.
Oh,
And then I saw this thing that looked like remember Back to the Future 2 when
right.
Marty McFly goes to the year 2000
Yeah.
and they think it's going to be like all high tech in the cars? It literally looked like this. And I said, I'm like, what the heck is that? My kid knew what it was. It's some sort of Tesla thing, but
The Tesla truck.
I don't know how it was a truck, but
It's all stainless steel looking and has a longer back end than a front end.
yeah, it was hideous.
Yeah. Yeah, they're ugly. And they don't
Yeah,
work
why
well.
would anybody want that? No, no, it wasn't that. No,
It
that's
wasn't
not
that
what
one.
it was.
Wasn't that.
That's actually okay. That's kind of cute. I don't know. I can't show you when I have a background
You
on.
can't show your phone on the screen. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was nice.
No,
That was.
it wasn't that. I'll find out what it was. Oh, maybe it was. Well, I don't know how to show you without a. Why does it do this with the background?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. You can see it sort of. Yeah, yeah, that's the Tesla truck.
Oh, well, it didn't look like the other trucks. Anyway, it was absolutely hideous.
Oh. All right, you have a quiz for me.
I do. I thought, what better way to make me feel good about myself than to make you feel bad about yourself?
Oh, wait. Before you start the quiz, though, do you watch the show? What's it called? Now I can't think of it. There's a Canadian show my wife and I watch. We found two new seasons last night. Heartland.
No,
You don't watch that up there?
that's filmed where I'm from.
Yeah, that's why. And I was talking about you to my wife last night. I was oh, there's a girl that a lady I do my morning show with from right here where these people are.
Yeah, I think they film in Calgary, which is 3 hours south of us.
They had a big fire last night. It was terrible.
Oh, my sister-in-law watches it because
The train
horses.
crashed and it was terrible.
There was actually a casting call for a little blonde child girl to be on it, and
Oh yeah, the
this
main
was like
character's
years ago.
daughter.
And I put my girl's name in the hat, but we didn't get it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell my wife
Then,
that's the daughter. Then.
yeah, that's right. Be like,
Oh, this morning that's Becky's daughter, the little girl.
listen, if my kids were making that kind of money, like entertainment industry money, I'm not working for free doing podcasts. That's for sure.
All right, go on with the quiz.
Okay, so these are Canadian questions for you.
Okay.
Some of the things we have talked about over the months.
Oh,
Just waiting to see if
see if I
you
paid
remember.
attention. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Tim Hortons.
How how many provinces are in Canada?
4.
What are they?
Oh, I have no idea. But I got the 4 part right.
No,
Oh,
not even close.
6,
There are 10
10.
provinces.
I thought there was just 4. They're divided evenly right above America.
They are, and there's 10 of them.
Oh, I thought there was only 4.
No. How many territories are there?
I have no idea. 32.
3. So altogether, we have 13 provinces and territories in Canada.
I'm still stuck on everybody's called the premier up there.
Okay, you can't name a single province or territory?
Alberta,
Yeah, that's right. Anything else?
Toronto,
No, that's a city.
um, Alberta. That's the only one.
Yes, Alberta. Yes.
Edmonton,
No, that's a city. Yes, Ron, Yukon. You're right.
Yukon.
Random.
Yukon
You
Cornelius.
know, that's right. There. You know why he's Yukon Cornelius? Because he's Canadian, I guess. There are only 45,000 people in the Yukon,
45,000. Oh, only 45,000. That's not a lot, right?
and only 45,000 in Northwest Territories, which is the other territory. And I can't remember how many in none of it. Probably the same. So not very many people because it's cold. and they've got sun all summer long and
Ugh.
dark all winter long.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, what is the population of Canada?
30 million.
Well, pretty close. It's
Oh.
now 41 million.
Oh, see, that was very close.
Yeah, specifically 41,641,963. That seems very specific.
That is very
Uh,
specific.
yeah, very specific.
Isn't somebody
Um,
born like every minute, like here in America?
um, I don't know.
Hmm. That means
Probably,
you
I
don't
guess.
need to count because nobody can count them.
Yeah, right. I was thinking though it was 30 million because it's always been about 10% of the U.S. But I forgot we were on a hot bringing in immigrant phase right now. We
Oh,
love to
well,
bring
maybe
in
it was a
immigrants.
warm summer or something. So, yeah, that you guys are making babies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Making,
11 million of them.
making saying, well, 45 million people. They could make 11 million people. Maybe 22 million pairs.
I guess so. Yeah, if everyone had twins or triplets,
No, 22
every
million, only half of them have to have a baby in a year
yeah, that's good.
to bring 11 million more Canadians.
It seems a little much. What is the capital of Canada?
I didn't even know you had one. Toronto.
No, close. I was just there. How about that?
Oh, I didn't pay attention right here.
Quebec is a province, not the
Quebec.
capital.
Oh, it's not Quebec?
No,
Oh,
Ottawa is the
Ottawa. Is that
capital.
spelled, and that's spelled with an A, correctly? Correct?
No, it starts with an O.
Is it O? Oh,
Ottawa, Ottawa.
O-T-T-A. So
It's like,
are the names like Indian names? Ottawa, Quebec,
oh,
Toronto?
well, Quebec is French.
Well,
Um,
French Indian.
yeah, maybe Alberta, Canada. Yeah, those are our native names for sure.
All right. I'm doing terrible.
Um,
Guess I'm not moving to
what
Canada. They won't let me in,
you need to learn some history before you move here.
apparently.
Okay, what is the official sport of Canada?
Hockey,
No,
curling.
lacrosse.
Seriously? Isn't that
I
hockey
know.
like on the grass?
I think that's like the unofficial is hockey, ice hockey. Lacrosse is running with like a
Yeah,
stick
but
and a
that's
ball.
outside. How do you do that in the wintertime?
No, it's inside.
You guys play lacrosse inside?
Yeah.
We play outside here.
Well, you have
That's
better
the
weather
stick
than
with
we
the
do.
net on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we play that outside here.
Interesting.
I didn't
What
see that in.
is the animal? Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, no, sorry. The official animal?
No, the official animal on our quarter, our 25-cent piece.
I'm thinking. You just told me that the other day. It's a beaver. Oh, and she's gone. I'm never going to know the answer, Ron. Ron, I don't have any more stories to talk about. So on Tuesday tomorrow, could she's having problems too. Oh, just Florida Wi-Fi is good here. Oh, is it the beaver? Was it the beaver? Not the beaver?
No, it's not the beaver. It's a caribou.
Oh, or the elk. Depends on which one you think it is.
I think they're different, aren't
They are
they? Okay, what body of water lies to the west of Canada?
to the west. It's the Pacific Ocean.
That's right. I thought that would trick you.
Well, it's the same thing on our west coast.
That's right. But
Yeah,
not everyone
it's
can put that together.
really
What is the legal drinking age in most provinces?
18.
That's right.
That's why we
That
went to
was,
Canada from Detroit when I was 18. We covered.
well, it must have changed in Ontario because it's 19 there now.
Oh,
But
but it was 21 in America. In Detroit,
yeah,
it
it
was
is. So
21.
even 19 is better than 21.
Right.
Name all five Great Lakes.
Michigan, Superior. I don't know. That's all. That's all I got. Michigan and Superior.
Aren't you from Detroit?
I lived there, but that's why I got Lake Michigan and the Detroit River.
Aren't all of these lakes shared with the states?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I know what they are.
Superior,
Who are
Erie,
all the premiers in Canada, Becky?
Huron. I have no idea.
Oh, I bet
I
you're
know
from
my.
Canada. You're from Canada. You don't know that?
No, I don't. Because I hate Canadian politics. It's so stupid.
Oh. I explained to my
Okay.
wife your guys' censorship of the news last night too.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I was actually able to find some news though when I was looking yesterday. Like when I typed in the stuff about our premiere, I thought for sure I wasn't gonna be able to find it, but I was. So
I want to see what the premiere looks like. I'm going to Google her when we're done.
yeah, she's I don't know, probably maybe your age, maybe a little younger.
Oh, young,
Dark hair. Yeah, that's right. Very young.
very young, very attractive apparently.
Young and fresh, yeah.
Yes, young, fresh.
Um, okay, spell favorite.
Favorite?
Yes.
Favorite.
No, spell it the Canadian way.
Do you guys have a different spelling?
Mm-hmm. Favorite color,
F A
honor.
V. Wait, why is Ron's but Favorite?
That's right.
Why do you guys spell the word
Color.
different?
Color is COLOUR. Honor is HONOUR.
Those are wrong.
I don't know why it has a U and yours doesn't. It seems odd to me.
It is weird.
Spell donut.
Timhorton.
No.
Oh, if you could spell Duncan here, and that would be okay.
No. Ron's got it right. Donut.
He's googling things. He's sitting there in front of a computer.
Yeah, right. Who's our president?
Trudeau.
Trick question. We don't have a president.
Oh well, he's the guy in charge though. I thought it was
Prime
a,
Minister.
I thought it
Yes.
was a trick.
Fearless leader.
Oh, the Queen or the King. The King of England is in charge.
No, it's Trudeau. Our
But,
Prime Minister. How many terms does he get in office?
as many as he wants, I think.
That's right. And if he continues to fix the system, he will just keep having them.
But one of those
And
the King.
the king, I don't know. I think we're like a British something. I don't know.
I would be upset if I'm him. I'm called Prime Minister, but these other people are premiers. I need a fancier name.
Hmm. Prime Minister sounds fancier than
I
Premier.
don't know. Prime Minister doesn't have the same ring as Premier.
I guess
Emperor. It needs to be Emperor Trudeau.
Emperor. He would love that, actually. He would love to fill his ego with
Tell him
nonsense
I
like that.
suggested that when you talk to him later.
He's like, I can't remember the name of the guy from China, the lead guy, Xing
Some Ping,
Jinping or whatever.
Hung Jung Ping or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Finally, last question. What is our favorite food here in Canada?
Putin's.
Yep, poutine. Yep.
Poutines.
Or poutine, depending on where you are in Canada.
Oh, see, I might have said it right.
Have you ever had it?
No, you described it to me. But they have it in New England, though. They have it up there in Maine
Did
and
they
stuff.
really?
Yeah, they have it in Maine. It's a big thing in Maine.
Oh, it's so good.
What
I'm
is it?
trying to eat
Potatoes
healthy.
with gravy, right?
French fries,
French fries,
cheese curds,
cheese curds.
and gravy. Hot gravy. So then the cheese melts, and then you
What kind
take
of
a fry.
gravy?
It's like
I might make it tonight with dinner. I
you
do
have
all
cheese curds down there.
no, cheese curds. I know. What kind of gravy?
Any gravy, brown.
Well, I mean, is it sausage gravy or is it chicken gravy?
I think sausage gravy would be maybe too flavorful. Any gravy really would be okay.
And then
Ask an
that's
American about gravy, and they give you multiple options.
yeah, we have a lot of gravy here, different gravy.
I know white gravy. I love that white gravy.
Well, that's the sausage gravy that you put on the biscuits at
Your
Cracker Barrel.
morning gravy. That's right.
Yeah, morning gravy. That's what
I like it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't use that
people
one.
in
I would
there.
use like a brown gravy.
A lot of gravy in America.
I know, I love it.
I walked down the aisle of the grocery store. They had all the beef broth. I was thinking about you. I was gonna send pictures.
Oh,
Did I
beef
drink
broth
that?
or bone broth. They are different.
Oh, there are different.
Yeah, the bone broth comes from boiling the bones. The beef broth is probably just sugar, water, salt.
There was a lady that kept cutting me off that had a white cane with a red tip, so she's blind. She
Oh,
was
okay.
buying meat. She was looking at the meat counter and stuff. How was she seeing things? It kept driving me crazy. Because she couldn't see me, she's cutting me off, but she's picking up, looking at the meat, and I'm like, how are you even looking at this?
She's probably legally blind but can still see something.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, hey, look at that. We used up all the time.
We did. It only cut out 8 times for
Only
me.
cut out
So
8 times, and I read the thing about the car 3 times, so it's fine.
that's right.
All right, tomorrow we've got Becky and Rick. Maybe.
Hopefully with a better reception.
Maybe with a different program. We got Captain Ron in the background. Thank you, Ron, as always. And this has been going on daily. Say bye, Becky.
Bye.
See you guys. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.